Hey y'all, welcome to Kamira's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how I made this delicious Sunday dinner. I made some ribs. I did not put sugar or barbecue sauce in them. I've been really trying to cut back on my sugar intake, and so I've just been enjoying making savory ribs. I'm sure you guys are going to love this recipe. I paired it with some pigeon peas and rice made with coconut milk. You guys are going to absolutely love these recipes. They're easy, they're flavorful, and y'all, my goodness, let's just go ahead and get right into it. Now, I have one rack of spare ribs. Now, as y'all should know, you should know, on the back of a rib is a membrane that you must remove. Baby, you will have some rubber band, chewy ribs if you do not remove that membrane. I'm going to clean my meat, and then y'all know I'm going to bust out the bubbles, and I'm going to clean my sink. You want to dry off your meat so that it's quite dry. That way you're going to get a better color on your meat. You're also going to get the seasonings to stick better. These are all the seasonings I am going to use. You can use whatever seasonings you like, but most of you guys should have these seasonings in your cabinet. If you've been watching my videos, I love this lineup. Now, I do like to add a little bit of seasoning soy sauce just as a base. I feel like it really absorbs into the meat and gives a great flavor all the way down to the bone. Okay, if you don't have this specific Maggi sauce, you can use about 2 tablespoons of regular soy sauce. I love this Louisa Sazon. It does not have MSG. Not that I am opposed to MSG, to be honest with you. I be using it, okay? But I like this brand because it just is a fresh flavor, and so I'm going to use that. But you can also use just the Sazon in the packets. I'm going to use that Sazon Tropical as well as lemon pepper. I love lemon pepper on some pork. It's really tasty. I'm going to use white pepper, onion powder, garlic and herb seasoning, as well as some Dominican oregano. Now, the bottle of the oregano I have is like the Aldi bottle, but actually I got it from a bag from Compare, and I just keep putting it in that bottle. You can use whatever seasonings that you like, but this combination, honey, is so good. I'm going to season generously, and I'm going to do it with my spirit. Okay, I'm going to try to put some estimated measurements down for you in the description box. But y'all know at the end of the day, baby, you just got to season it to look right. Okay, you got to season it until you just feel inside that, okay, we's good here. Alrighty. And since I'm not using any sugar, I'm definitely going to make sure that it is salted well enough. Some of these seasonings have salt, so I'm just going to add maybe 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm also using some green seasoning. This is a mixture of cilantro, basil, scotch bonnet, ginger, thyme, oregano, fresh herbs blended up. I freeze these cubes, and then I always have them. You all will see a link to my green seasoning recipe in the description. I'm going to rub about 1/4 cup of this on the front and the back of the ribs. I'm going to cover this with foil, and I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 2 hours. If your ribs are smaller than mine, you can do about 1.5 hours. I'm not going to disturb it. I'm not going to baste it. I'm just going to let it cook. One thing that I have really come to enjoy is pairing up savory fatty meats like ribs or like a fatty steak with pickled red onions or just pickled vegetables in general, because I also like doing it with cucumbers and pickled peppers. So I'm just going to do a quick pickle of some red onions. I cut up one. I'm going to put it in a jar with a little salt and about 1 teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to add some red wine vinegar, a bit of boiling water, and I'm just going to shake this together and let this sit in the fridge. By the time it's cool, it should be ready. I honestly don't use exact measurements, and sometimes I just throw my vegetables in a bowl, put some vinegar, salt, pepper, and oregano on top, or salt, pepper, and dill on top. Just really easy vinegar flavored vegetables. That acidity just cuts through the fattiness of the meat. So I'm going to place this in the fridge, and while that is cooling down, I'm going to prep for my pigeon peas and rice made with coconut milk, or y'all, now I don't speak Spanish, but I think it's arroz con guandules de coco. Did I say that right? Okay. So I'm going to cut up some garlic as well as some bell peppers. I'm going to dice them to a medium dice. Now, y'all, let me know in the comments, what is your favorite way to make rice? I love I love flavored rice. I know how to make rice 20 different ways. None of them are the same, and they come out all tasting different and amazing. So let me know what your favorite recipe is. I literally love to try seasoned rice recipes. I don't eat that much rice at one time, but I do love to make different recipes. To add a little bit of saltiness, I'm going to take 6 olives and cut them in half. And I will also use 4 pieces of thick cut bacon. I'm going to cut it about 1 inch. If you don't want to use bacon, you could use turkey bacon, or you could make this meat free if you want, but I always like the meat, okay? I have a can of pigeon peas. These are easily found at Walmart or Compare Food. I drained the liquid from the peas into a cup, and then I'm going to add some coconut milk. Now, y'all, this is not super exact. I just add as much coconut milk as I have in this container, and then I add some water to my container, shake it up, and then just pour that in there. In total, I want 3 1/4 cups of liquid. Okay, that's what I'm going for. So some combination between the liquid from the can, the coconut milk, and some water should give you about that amount. I don't want all of the fat from the bacon that has rendered, because this the coconut milk has fat in it, and so you don't want to overdo it and make your rice too oily. Put in all your vegetables plus your olives, and you're going to saute this for about 5 minutes on a low heat. All right, you want all the flavor to be released from those vegetables. And then I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons of green seasoning and 1/4 cup of tomato sauce. I'm going to mix this together. I'm going to let this cook for about 1 or 2 more minutes. You just want to cook some of the rawness out of the sauce and those herbs. I'm going to season this up, okay, with some sazon, oregano, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper. I'll put some measurements in the description box. I'm going to cook that for about 30 seconds. Guys, every time you add something to the pot, let it cook a little bit, okay? I'm going to use 1 packet of ham bouillon. Oop, now I know some of y'all don't like this, okay? But hey, me, I play with the pork, all right? So I'm going to use that bouillon, but you could also use chicken bouillon instead. I'm going to add my pigeon peas and my liquids. I'm going to throw in a little bay leaf, because, you know, did I really cook everything the way it was supposed to do if I didn't have that bay leaf? You don't always know what flavor it adds, but baby, you know you're going to put it in there. Throw in some whole cilantro, salt to taste, and then I'm going to put in 2 1/2 cups of washed jasmine rice. I'm going to cover this with parchment paper just to allow my rice to steam. I like to cut my eye down to the lowest heat and let it cook covered for 20 minutes. Do not disturb it. Do not lift it. Just let it steam, and your rice will come out perfectly cooked and fluffy. After 20 minutes time, you'll see that there's a little bit of water buildup on the parchment paper. You can just mix that back into your rice, and then I'm going to fluff up my rice. Now, there's always that little brown part at the bottom. Honey, that's my favorite part. It always has a little smoky flavor. The seasonings are right. So, y'all, I'm going to set this to the side, and by this time, I'm going to check on my ribs. The ribs are all the way done. All right, they are tender, they are juicy, but they need a little color. I don't like no pale meat. And one of the reasons why I like to rub that green seasoning on the top of the meat is because I feel like those herbs will char a little bit and add some flavor. I'm going to put a little bit of butter on top to also assist with the browning. And I'm going to broil this until the ribs have the color that I want. It took me about 15 minutes to get the color that I was going for. But once you get that color, that browning, baby, these ribs are going to be ready to go. I let them rest for about 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure no juices are going to run out. I put on those pickled onions. That bone slips right out of the rib. Y'all, these are so perfect. They're good. They're savory. They're delicious. Let me know in the comments if you are going to make these recipes. I serve this up with a little bit of slaw and cucumber. It's like the perfect freshness to go with this delicious meal. Let me know if you're going to try this, and I will see you next time in Kamira's Kitchen. Goodbye, y'all, and God bless.